Young like many of those who went before him, Jammu and Kashmir Police Constable Javed Ahmed Dar's body was recovered from the Kulgam area of South Kashmir early this morning. This after he was abducted by terrorists from Shopian yesterday. It's not the first time a brave policeman has been abducted and then brutally murdered, executed by terrorists in the valley. What's worrying is that the Lashkar-e-Taiba, funded by Pakistan, has issued a chilling warning to Jammu and Kashmir police. Quit your jobs or get ready to die. Jammu and Kashmir Police Constable Javed Ahmed Dar, kidnapped by Hizbul Mujahideen terrorists and brutally murdered. Dar was abducted Thursday evening by at least 3 terrorists in a santro from near a medical shop in Shopian, South Kashmir. Dar was on his way home after completing duty. A massive search operation was launched immediately after. His body was found in Kulgam on Friday morning.
तो ड्यूटी में थी, ड्यूटी से होके आए, फिर रात को तकरीबन 8:30 बजे, उसी 8:30 के बजे उन्होंने उठाया, तो सुबह हमने उसकी लाश उठाई। 4 बंदे थे, एक सेंट्रो गाड़ी में आए थे।
This is the brutality of Pakistan, ISI, Pakistani terrorist outfits and their sympathizers in Jammu and Kashmir. That a brave soldier of Jammu and Kashmir police, a son of soil from Kashmir Valley, Javed Ahmed Dar, was assassinated. There was a conspiracy. This is a cowardice act of Pakistani terrorists.
The state police, which has borne the brunt of terror attacks in recent years, has gave a fitting farewell to the brave young officer. After the central government toughened its stand and the army launched its Operation All Out to neutralize the top guard of the terror outfits, terrorists have been targeting security personnel. Recently, terrorists had kidnapped Army Jawan Aurangzeb Khan while he was on his way home to celebrate Eid. Young army officer Lieutenant Umar Fayaz too was kidnapped from a wedding when he was unarmed, and the terrorists had murdered him in captivity. The murder of Javed Ahmed Dar has sparked a political war of words.
हम आतंकवाद से मुक्त कश्मीर को कराएंगे, इसी सरकार में होगी, और रक्षा तंत्र हमारा इतना मजबूत है कि हम एक-एक चुन-चुन के बदला लेंगे.
This situation has really touched another point, and it will take a lot of effort and a multi-pronged strategy to comprehensively address the issue.
Abductions, horrifying murders, even our saviors in the valley don't seem to be safe anymore. How long will brave hearts continue to sacrifice their lives? With Sunil Bhatt in Jammu, Bureau Report, India Today. And one of the most controversial figures in Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistan backer and Duktaran-e-Millat chief Asia Andrabi, has finally landed in the National Investigation Agency net, facing grave charges like waging war against India and conspiring to split the country with help from Pakistan. The radical separatist leader has been sent to 10 days NIA custody. Is it the beginning of the biggest crackdown against pro-Pak lobbyists in the valley?
मेरी बहन आसिया इंद्राबी ने 15 मिनट तक रोकर मुझे फोन पे कहा कि मेरे भाइयों तुम कहां हो.
(2611) mastermind Hafiz Saeed calls her sister Asia. Hafiz Saeed ki Andrabi in NIA net. Clamp on pro-Pak agents spewing anti-India venom.
मुसलमान एक कौम है और गैर मुस्लिम एक कौम है, इसलिए तमाम कौमियतों का जिनाजा.
The NIA has moved against the dangerous secessionist to shut her ranks to derail democracy in the valley. Duktaran-e-Millat chief Asia Andrabi, along with her 2 aides, has been sent to 10-day NIA custody by a Delhi court. The Central Probe Agency NIA has filed an FIR against Andrabi for allegedly instigating Kashmiris against India, charging her with sedition. ASIA stands accused of waging a war on India with active support from Pakistan's terror groups. The NIA insists that Andrabi and company hatch anti-India conspiracies with terrorists in the valley working to destabilize the country, explicitly batting for J&K secession and spreading hate between different communities.
NIA action is sustained one and taken to its logical conclusion, and others who are well known and very well otherwise also known to be funding the terrorism or to be the channels of funding the terrorism, or those who provide the support to the terrorists, whether local or foreign terrorists, all those people are acted against so that the normalcy in the state is restored.
Andrabi has been caught brazenly hoisting the Pakistan flag and singing its national anthem, and has even addressed many Hafiz rallies in Pakistan via telephone. The big crackdown on the separatist leader comes just days after the BJP called off its alliance with the PDP in Jammu and Kashmir.
There was some political compulsions, and now we have no political compulsions. There is a single line administration, and that's why all anti-nationals are being taken to task by our forces as per rule of law.
This seems to be an attempt by the investigation agencies to start cracking down on separatist leaders, but also leaders like Asia Andrabi, who are vocal supporters of Pakistan, and now with the incriminating evidence that NIA seems to have, will want to figure out the funding of the group, but also significantly the interactions with the terror groups based across the border. But the question now remains, will the arrest and custody of Asia Andrabi for the next 10 days with NIA reflect on the larger law and order situation in the state of Jammu and Kashmir? With Satvinder Singh, Pooja Shali for India Today.
Well, the one thing that we can all agree on at this point of time is that the situation in Jammu and Kashmir is bad. It has gotten worse. Many things haven't worked. But what is the situation going to be now? With the government having collapsed, is there a new energy to what's going on down there? Joining me live is Gopal Agarwal, national spokesperson of the BJP, Charan Singh Sapra, spokesperson of the Congress Party, and Major General A.K. Sivach, very well-known defense expert, joining me this evening from Gurgaon. Gopal Agarwal, if I could come to you first. The NSG has been sent into Jammu and Kashmir. You've got Asia Andrabi, who's brought here on NIA custody. She's being investigated. Are these all optics, or is there something substantial that the government plans to do in J&K, given the admission that things have not improved? In fact, they've gotten worse.
No, definitely the plan of the government is to take strong action after the ceasefire. When it finished and the response of the Pakistan was not conducive, then the governments then decided that we have to continue the strong arm operations that we were doing against terrorists. Kashmir situation is a very complex situation, and now they are even targeting those who are not in the properly defensible at this situation.
Okay.
So there is a complexities. Government is strongly taking action. Government is waiting for this Amarnath Yatra to finish, and at the ground level the things are moving ahead.
Okay.
There has to be this is a complex situation.
No, it's a complex situation. We know it's a complex situation, but given that the government has sounded very confident about the situation in Jammu and Kashmir, the people want reassurance that this muscular policy and these decisions being taken are going to lead to something. Before I go to General Sivach, Charan Singh Sapra, we've seen politics played over Kashmir. Now there is a muscular policy being announced for Jammu and Kashmir. Is the Congress fully behind it, or are you skeptical about the many moves going on?
No, see, we will always support the government in whatever policy they decide. I feel the muscular policy has no overnight solutions. There should be a multi-pronged strategy which needs to be planned by the government. And of course, there should be a comprehensive and a consistent policy towards, various parameters are there in Kashmir. Now, they need to neutralize the leaders also, they need to destroy the network of the stone pelters also. They need to have a program for de-radicalization or the confidence built up among the people who are not involved into these terrorist activities. There should be a major, confidence building up program also. There should be intelligence-based operations also should continue. In fact, there should be multiple operations, I would like to say, simultaneously, depending on the intelligence inputs. But somewhere government, fails all the time. They had 3.5 years. They have not worked on it. Their strategy in 3.5 years was not very steady. It was a flip-flop policy of Bharatiya Janata Party and the PDP government. That's why the situation in Kashmir has gone from bad to worse.
Have been killed are much increased the number.
Let me bring General Sivach in. I want an expert's view also on what
if you go into numbers, I will give you the count
one second,
gentlemen, of Jawans which have been killed.
Gentlemen.
No, 390 Jawans have been killed.
This is not a debate. This is a discussion. This is a discussion.
So don't do that.
This is a discussion, not a debate. General Sivach, the muscular policy, the opportunity afforded by a collapsing government, governor's rule there, how do you see it, sir? Are you optimistic that things will improve, or do you believe that since this is an election year, there will be more cosmetic changes than anything substantial?
There is no denying the fact that situation is going to improve. In fact, it has already started improving. What has happened is that in last about a month, when the ceasefire was declared, the initiative was passed to the terrorists. After the ceasefire has been taken out, operations have started off, multi-pronged strategy has been adopted. The initiative has come back to security forces. That security forces are ensuring that there is no infiltration taking place in line of control. As you are aware, the snow has melted and there are about 400 to 500 terrorists sitting across on the launch pad ready to infiltrate through ISI and army. So there we are ensuring that there is no infiltration. At the hinterland, all out operations are going on, and there are about 10 to 15 terrorists has been killed after this all-out operation has started off. In addition to that, the challenge for this government is Amarnath Yatra, which is a very soft target and a vulnerable target. As you are aware, it takes place from two places. In North Kashmir, it is taking from Baltal, and from South Kashmir, Pahalgam. So it's a vulnerable target. What is happening is the terrorists as on today seemingly looks to be frustrated. They are not in control of the thing. Hence, they are now start targeting soft target like Jawans, which are coming either on leave
unarmed security forces. That's
they
right.
are in non-combat duty. So they are start targeting. Sending a message to these security forces that either you resign, otherwise we will get after you. This is a very frustrated move. This move will be crushed as far as they are concerned.
No, that's a very good point. That's a very good point you make, General Sivach. You say the security forces have the initiative now. There are signs there that the Lashkar-e-Taiba in Pakistan is looking to, damage the morale of the security forces by hitting soft targets, Jawans and policemen on leave. Charan Singh Sapra, the politics of it aside, do you think, Charan Singh Sapra, because the reason I asked this question, on behalf of the public and in public interest is, in an election year, we all know that politicians will be very tempted to play with people's emotions, play politics, try and claim credit for this and that, criticize each other. Do you think it's time now, the time now under governor's rule to set aside all political differences, keep India first and try and make a real change in Kashmir?
Of course, Shiv, the national interest should be primary. It should be above the political interest for all the parties, including Congress as well as BJP. But we have been seeing time and again that Bharatiya Janata Party has tried to milk the situation in this. This is a state where Muslims are dominated. Now, this Muslim-dominated border state, the BJP has always tried to milk the situation over here to garner the votes in rest of the country. So the pseudo-nationalism issue, or maybe the Hindu-Muslim issue, such things should be avoided for now. The BJP has to, strategize so many things They have to strategize so many things if they want to bring normalcy in Kashmir.
Gopal Agarwal, that's a legitimate question in an election year. The opposition party, the Congress party, saying it, and there may be people in public who also wonder whether election year will bring with it some compulsions, and therefore nothing substantial will happen in Kashmir. It will all be just for dikhawa, just to satisfy certain constituencies and for political milking. Respond to what Charan has said.
Now the citizens of the country are well aware of everything, with the media, social media and other print media, etc. so active. Nobody will be fooled by any rhetoric or optics. It is the action on the ground. And what the Prime Minister has very specifically said, that we need development also in the Kashmir and give a free hand to our security forces.
Yes.
That is the strategy. If you give free hand to our security forces and don't lose battles on the discussion tables, then definitely Kashmir's problem can be contained and reduced. That is one part of it, that the government is very clear on it.
Can I
there
come
can
in for
be no
30
politics
seconds?
on this.
I'll just
that the
bring you
army
back in, Charan.
or security forces now have free hand with all the resource. Second thing is the development issue. If you have a development, then the local population, youth, etc., which do not find proper engagement, that is an important factor that our policy is.
Charan,
Charan,
you wanted to rebut.
Diplomatically, now India is very strong at the international level. So I think all the three levels we are working on a multi-pronged strategy.
This is the problem, Shiv, that BJP
that we should need
wants to project
multiple-pronged strategy. We are doing
Can I come in?
Charan, Charan, go ahead.
See, the issue is that BJP is trying to show that they were not allowed to work for 3.5 years by the PDP. Now, then what was the compulsion to be in the government? You could have resigned the day the Uri attack happened, or maybe the Kupwara attack happened, or the Nagrota attack happened. No, you mean to say that? Just please allow me to speak. See, you are trying to show, you are playing a victim card that PDP did not allow us to do the development work. PDP did not allow us to take a muscular. Just let me complete. So nobody stopped you from that. You had a full-fledged government over there. You had control with your central government. The entire borders were under your control. The army was under your control. The intelligence was under your control. All the telecommunication was under your control. It was the gross failure of Bharatiya Janata Party and the central agencies that the situation has gone haywire over there.
General Sivach, you know, the initiative is back with the security forces. Things are being done, operations are being conducted. There is a multi-tiered operational strategy, diplomatic, etc. But as a former soldier, sir, are you nervous anywhere, or are you concerned that the election year, this traditional political tutu meme and all these other traditional fears could hamper even good intentions of the government in Jammu and Kashmir?
Possibly not, because the way the governor rule has come, that there is a total freedom which has been given to security forces, and therefore, as per the situation, what is warranted, the action will be taken. But at no point of time, one is trying to convey that this will be a muscular policy only, without looking after the interest of the common man.
Correct.
It is iron hand with velvet girls.
Yes.
As far as the terrorist is concerned, one is going to go after them. But as far as the normal population is that, there will be friendly operation. Their governance will be also seen by the government.
That's
right.
My
point is, it is a multi-pronged strategy wherein you also ensure that the funds which were coming from ISI are also choked by NIA.
Yes.
Because all this stone throwing was done by all these children because they were getting money.
Correct.
So
through the separatists.
All money which was coming for your terrorist funding as well as money laundering is also dried up now.
That's true.
Therefore, we are on the correct channel. If we go like this, you will find it the situation will drastically improve in Kashmir Valley.
Okay.
And I can assure you that Amarnath Yatra will also go very fine, because the operations are going in a full swing.
I hope it is as smooth as the way you're describing it. Somehow I feel it may be a little bit more complicated than that. The election here, I can't emphasize enough, the many tribulations it brings with it. But Gopal, this on the specific point.
Can I say something?
Yes,
10 seconds.
Yeah, just take my question and then you can bring your point in, Gopal. Asia Andrabi, a well-known separatist and India hater, has been, in the NIA net now, Gopal. I want to know whether this is an indication. The people are watching, Gopal. Is the government going to crack down in an unequivocal manner on separatists, or is it going to continue to play a certain game as far as the Hurriyat and other India haters and separatists are concerned?
No, Shiv, I would like to tell you that our ideology, BJP ideology and Prime Minister's nature of the convictions shows that only strong arm action on the ground is what our party or ideology wants. The political atmosphere is conducive for a strong action at the army level, at the security forces level. Secondly is NIA and the controlling of the funding. This is also extremely clear at all levels that the funding to the Hurriyat or other leaders, separatists, those who are inside the country and supporting people from the cross border or supporting this separatist movement, they also have to be
Shiv, can I come in?
Yes.
Investigation agencies from domestic laws,
no, because the reason I'm asking,
I think our ideology and political atmosphere and convictions,
because for years these people have run riot. Charan, you wanted to come in because people have very little faith.
And we will do it.
Whether it's BJP or NC or PDP or whoever it is or Congress, people have very little faith that the government of the day doesn't doggedly go after these so-called India haters. Yes, Charan, quick word.
See, the people are today also asking that if BJP had a strong muscular policy, then why did they release Masrat Alam at first place? Or maybe why they released Asia Andrabi?
Many such occasions.
Why the compensation was given to Burhan Wani's brother? Why a red carpet welcome at Pathankot for the ISI? So many, and the stone pelters, the cases were withdrawn from the stone pelters, whereas there were FIRs launched on Major Aditya Kumar and various other CRPF majors or generals. So these are the questions the BJP has to answer. There was a flip-flop policy of BJP in which they have failed. They can't put entire blame on PDP and they can't get away with it now. Just by saying that we have imposed governor rule and we are bringing in a muscular policy. The questions are always going to be there.
The questions are standing. The world is watching. The country is watching. I'm out of time. I'm out of time, Gopal, unfortunately. But you've had your say. Everyone's had their say. The BJP says that it is going into this with its eyes on the ball and with the intention to create substantial change in Jammu and Kashmir, politics and everything else aside. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being with me here on India First.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.